Okay, here's a look at Magic Square MS-B52 Munitioner. So here's a quick look at the front of the box. You can see it has that nice artwork. The back of the box with the nice scene there. And the tech spec, which I really like, but unfortunately I don't have all the other ones because I threw away the box. There's the side of the box and the other side with another nice artwork, and the top of the box, a nice Magic Square logo, and the bottom warnings and stuff. So that's a look at the box, and here is a look at the figure. And as you can see, what's different now is I have them posed in what I think is a nice dynamic gesture. So I want to give a shout out and thanks for the person who gave me the comment, because I'm very aware that this is one of my weaknesses about posing. Same thing with even drawing the Transformer characters. I don't know how to pose them very well, but so I'm going to start trying. So yeah, you can see he actually looks really good. But let's first go over the accessories. So this is what he comes with. He does come with his nice hand pistol there. And he does come with the adapter accessory for vehicle mode, so you could attach the gun and cannon. And he has obviously the combiner foot, which is nice. But it also comes with the nice handgun, or his cannon, which I already attached. Really nice. I really like, the proportion, the length of it. Very cartoon accurate. And with the parts forming spare tire. So really nice. And then we do get my favorite, as always, here's the bio card. So you can see, I get nice artwork, but I don't get that nice tech spec, but I get this tech spec. So really nice. And then last, as always, here is the instructions. And, I carefully look at this because I just want to see how well they designed it, since I do have that background in product design. So these are what they consider detailed drawings. So you could see, really nice. I like how they're numbered. And the focused areas are highlighted in red. And as you can see, this is a very involved transformation. It's not complicated and difficult. There's just a lot of steps involved with this transformation. So you may need some help with transforming it initially, because like I said, and as you could see, there are a lot of steps involved in this, but it's well designed and engineered, so you don't really have any issues with manipulating and transforming it like you would with X-Transbots. So that's the only thing. There's just a lot of steps involved in this. But once you figure it all out, yeah, it's a really fun figure to play with. So now let's get a better close-up look at the figure. So you have to really zoom in under the light to really appreciate the head sculpt, because someone else pointed out, which is an issue that I also have, that this head, even though it's sculpted correctly, cartoon accurate, it's not the correct cartoon painted version with the gray face mask, which ironically they gave you the correct cartoon version on their DX9 toy version. So I don't know if that's something done on purpose to try to get you to buy another set, and maybe trying to get you to buy all of the combiners so you have two sets. But just wanted to point that out, because that is one issue that I do have, and I am thinking about getting the IDW set just for the head. But the IDW does have a nice transparent window. But as for the rest of the characters, there's not really going to be anything else that's different. But again, I go rambling on and on. So you could see this is a really nice figure that you can articulate really nice. So let's go over the articulation here. So here, let's zoom in on the head. On the head that we just talked about is a really dark head, but you have to have it under light to be able to really see. It's a really nicely sculpted, cartoon accurate head sculpt. So I do like that. I just wish the face was gray. So I may have to buy the IDW version, but it is on a ball joint. So of course it can go up, down, side to side, all around. And the shoulders are on ball joints, so it can go, you know, all up and down, all around. Bicep swivel, elbow joint can bend up more than 90 degrees, and wrist rotation. You get a waist rotation, you get an ab crunch, both ways if you untab it. And then legs can go up and down, utilizing that hip and leg integration, which is really cool. You do get a hip skirt here, so legs can go out to the side, knee bend, ankle rocker, foot can go up and a little bit down. So typical Magic Square. You get great articulation, what I call standard articulation. So it's great. And then as you could see, just looking at the figure, it's very cartoon accurate. I really like that, except for the head. So I'm really gonna be bugged about that a lot. So let's just do this. Let's give him his handgun, and then let's compare this with the animation model, so you could see how well they captured the cartoon aesthetics. They did a really nice job on this. And then same thing even with the back. I mean, the back's forgivable because you have to clean up all that kibble. And speaking of the back, I actually missed a step here with the transformation, but I'm glad I did that, because now you could see what I want to point out. The tires have to fold down, but if you can see, you have to make sure you get it. You can't fold it down here. You have to find a hollow cavity and then bend it down. Otherwise, so here's the hollow cavity, and then bend it down. Because you see on the other side, if you just try to do it anywhere, you can't. See that pin? It's blocking it. So you have to find the hollow cavity and then bend it. And then that is the correct transformation for the tires that go on the back. So, yeah. Like I said, this is a really great figure. So, great articulation, very cartoon accurate. Anything else I need to cover here? No, that's about it. So let's just go ahead now and transform it and take a look at the alt mode. But before that, let's do some comparisons, as I forgot to do that. But here he is next to Brawl, so you can see it just looks even much better, more better. So look at that. And I like the scale, proportion, how Swindle is smaller, Brawl is bigger. So this is going to be an awesome set. So yeah, I'm just so excited. I mean, this is something that's really making me happy. And then let's bring out their creator star screen, so you can see how all these scale together. And this set looks really nice. Magic Square is just blowing it out of the park, man. And I'll just share my comment that if and when New Age does make their version of the Combaticons, I think it's going to be way too late. And also, I don't think it's going to be able to compete with how well that these figures are made. It might have better quality materials and the paint finish, has a premium look to it, but yeah, I think Magic Square already did a great job. I mean, these two guys are fighting with each other. They're Jetfire or Skyfire. I think Magic Square is also doing Omega. And but anyways, I go on rambling on and on and on. So let's go ahead and transform this into his alt mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at Swindle in his alt mode. And as you can see, just like the robot mode, this is a really nice looking figure. They did a really great job capturing the cartoon aesthetics. Nicely constructed, well proportioned, wheels roll. So yeah, this is a really nicely done figure. Not perfect. I mean, if you take a look, those seats don't look very good. But for, you know, a small scale Legends figure, I think they did a really nice job. So let's do this. Let's actually compare this with the animation model so we can see and appreciate how well they did on capturing all of the cartoon aesthetics. So you could see they did a really nice job. And also even the back view, they did a really nice job capturing the details on the back as well. So yeah, they did a really nice job. So yeah, I don't know what else to say other than that. And you can see it does roll really nice. And for comparisons, let's bring out his teammate. Here's Brawl. And I had to transform this again, but thankfully, through my video, I could remember, you know, all the steps involved in the transformation. So just in case, you know, you want to know how to transform the figure, I mean, my disclaimer is my video for transformations are long, but hopefully they are helpful. I don't know if I'm going to do one for Swindle, but just letting you know. And here's just a look at both of them. You can see these guys, they look so cool. I mean, I just can't wait for Onslaught, Vortex, Blast Off, and then having fun forming Bruticus. So anyways, so yeah, that's a look at the vehicle mode. And so now let's just go ahead, transform it back to robot mode, and have our final thoughts. Okay, here he is back in robot mode, and man, that face is so dark. So I may have to actually get the IDW versions just for the head. But here you could see I'm taking the advice from one of the commenters, and I have him in a nice pose. So yeah, it looks really nice. And I want to point out, see his window here, it's now correctly transformed throughout the video. I guess when I was moving it for articulation, somehow it came undone, and then I had it down like this, which is wrong. So just make sure that you have it properly transformed, I guess is my point. But yeah, my final thoughts on this figure. This is without a doubt a really nice figure. Great articulation, nicely sculpted, well proportioned, cartoon accurate. The engineering design of the transformation is really heavily involved, but well designed and engineered, so you don't really have any issues like you will with X-Transbots figures. And the only issue, like I pointed out from the very beginning, is man, that head is just way too dark. I mean, the more and more I see it just as I'm recording, it really bugs. So aside from the issue with the head being dark, everything else, man, this figure is so awesome. And like I said, I don't want to get all excited about this, but yeah, waiting for the rest of the Combaticons, how he fits in with Brawl, and yeah, this is really exciting. And it's a great figure. I have no issues with this figure other than the head. So with all that said, you know, I have to give this figure a rating of a 9 out of 10. And I don't know if you're collecting Legends or Mini Masterpiece, but this is definitely a must-have. And unfortunately, that means you're going to have to get the other 5 Combaticons and figure out what you're going to do with this head. So yeah, that's my final thoughts. This is a great figure. Magic Square is doing a great job. Looking forward to the rest of his teammates.
One last time, Swindle. Give me the cog.
What are you willing to pay for it, Galvatron? What's in it for me?
I'll let you live to regret this treachery.